Hey family, let's talk about the farmers' protests with the understanding that our agricultural sector is in absolute shambles. It has been mercilessly abused by the system that comprised of Congress and its obedient bureaucrats for the longest time. Poisonous Monsanto was given free access to the farmers and was allowed to go completely unchecked for peddling blatant lies about their seeds, insecticides, etc. Monsanto is an international evil giant in the field of genetic engineering of food crops. Monsanto is the creator of GMOs. The Congress government looked the other way while Monsanto raised havoc with the Indian farmers' lives and our soil. At the heart of the cotton farmer suicide is Monsanto. Let's start with the seeds. In the distant past, a farmer would save a part of his produce to use as seeds and did not need to buy from the market. Then came Monsanto to create a seed monopoly that works towards making it illegal for farmers to save their own seeds. Patents on seeds are ethically and ecologically unjustified because patents are exclusive rights granted for an invention. Seeds are not invented. Next comes the consequences of Monsanto's bad seeds. Our seeds were stolen, and the farmers were pushed into buying expensive and damaging genetically engineered Monsanto seeds, which contaminated our farms, demanding more and more insecticides to make the crops grow, dropping the production of every crop cycle, thereby pushing the farmer to buy more expensive poisons and so on. What exactly Monsanto is can be understood by the fact that it has bought Bayer. Remember Bayer, the maker of rat and cockroach poison? We are eating poisonous, contaminated GMO food. Today, Indian farmers have been cornered into producing bad quality products with a complete mismatch of what is required by the customer. Let's consider Punjab, which is leading the farmers' protests, and how it is caught in the vicious cycle of poisonous farming products. Punjab uses 10% of all the synthetic fertilizers used in entire country for only 2% cultivated land. In 1970, 2 lakh ton of fertilizer was used, which jumped to 19 lakh tons in 2020. These chemical-laden fertilizers destroy the organic matter of the soil. With the passage of time, the soil is diseased and in a state of decay. The whole cycle of crops has been compromised. Earlier, Punjab had a richness in diversity of crops, and now it is reduced to monoculture of bad quality rice in Kharif season and reducing in demand GMO crop wheat in Rabi season. This too has led to soil losing its fertility and the farmer losing his earning. The cost of production due to the vicious cycle of wicked seeds and poisonous fertilizers rises, turning farming into a negative economy, and where the farmers either commit suicide or die of cancer. If I continue talking about how the Indian farmers, our land, and our collective health has been pushed to this abysmal state by Congress and its bureaucrats, it will take hours and will boil my blood. The current reality is that the greedy, wicked ploy of Monsanto to usurp our farms and farming knowledge has only become stronger. The piracy of our heritage farm produce and our forefathers' knowledge of its goodness is continuously on, be it haldi or neem or aloe vera. Now Bill Gates wants a part of our agriculture sector as well. He is using information technology to collect genetic data that somehow forms the basis to claim patents on plants, trees, and fruits that are rightfully our farmers' property. Gates is pushing dirty produce called golden rice with a blatant lie that it cures vitamin A deficiency. He has funded a fortified with iron GMO banana that is 7,000% lesser in iron than the bananas we have in India. Under Congress, these wicked ones had complete freedom to mess with our vulnerable farmers. Remember how we were sold imported subsidized soya bean oil that we now know to be extremely harmful to our health without any checks? And our own oil seeds and cold pressers were pushed to near extinction. There is a $3 trillion market in agriculture to be had with Bill Gates coming in with data, AG with insurance, and Monsanto with seeds, pesticides, and Bayer with chemicals. 70% of the world's agrochemical industry is already in these hands. This would all be lost if farmers become strong and independent. Therefore, how critical is the success of this farmers' protest? Not to be left behind, Mark Zuckerberg is desperate to join in the looting of our agricultural sector. He tried to bring in his internet service called Free Basics to India in partnership with Reliance. This was in the garb of providing internet access to farmers. At the very start, Free Basics sets a limit to usage, so the farmer will be able to access information curated and edited by Zuckerberg. Can you imagine how easy it would be to spread rumors and disinformation to suit the agenda of the greedy corporations if Free Basics was to start operation? The stakes are very, very high with some extremely powerful and conniving players. This farmers' protest is a test of the strength of the biggest greedy powers, assisted by their partners, the Congress party and the slimy likes of Yogendra Yadav, etc. Our agricultural sector needs many, many reforms. This act is just the start. We cannot leave our vulnerable farmers at the mercy of these murderous corporations, terrorists / Khalistanis and sleeper cells. Our farmers are extremely vulnerable and been picked dry and left to die by vulture-like politicians and bureaucracy in the past. They are easy targets for fake propaganda. I applaud BJP for taking this initiative. I wish the Kar Sevaks had been activated to communicate with the farmers at the grassroots level and spokespersons at the national level to address their fears. I also wish that BJP had subverted this Shaheen Bagh-like situation. Anyhow, we have to keep exposing the snakes that surround our farmers. Just like the Farmers Act frees the farmers of the corrupt brokers, we have to free the farmers of these snakes. The uphill battle for the freedom of our farmers and our agricultural lands has only just begun, guys. There is a lot to be done that will tread some very powerful toes. We have to stay on with our farmers and patiently stay engaged, keep the conversation going, keep assuring the farmers of our continued support towards their long-term well-being. Thanks for hearing, guys. Hope to see you soon.